What's up, guys? It's SobiTV. Today's video, I want to go over the new update for Last Oasis, and I have to say I do really like some of the changes that they made in this update. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. All right, let me switch over my screen right here, and we will go ahead and jump right into it. All right. So you can see here, they had a bunch of different changes, and I really like a lot of these updates that they did in this update, this patch. One of the first things is they increased the water cap penalty. Now, I don't know how much they increased it to. I know before it was like 25% or 50%. So hopefully this will, discourage larger clans from jumping on, the clan clap servers, because I know before you would have like a 5 clan cap and you'd still have like 25 people on those, clan members on those 5 clan cap servers. So hopefully this will prevent that from happening a little bit more. Only time will tell. I know they did want to try to, prevent the big Zergs from, running in and just slapping the smaller clans. They adjusted the player effects on vitamins. Don't really know what that means. I know some of the vitamins, which are the potions, have different effects, so maybe they fixed some of them. Added bonus effect details to module stacks. So what that is if we go over here to my walker, and I'll hop underneath and show you, you can kind of see now when you look at the storage, it shows some details. So you can see increases sandiness reduction rate by 150, decreases cost of respawning by 10%, and so forth and so forth. So you can kind of see what each module does, and I believe it will show for how many you currently have on the walker, so you'll be able to tell how much benefit you're going to get from each module. So I do like that. It's a really good change. Let's go ahead and go into the rest of them. Added a spawn timer delay for respawning in the desert. Now, I think this is a really good one, because a lot of times what would happen if you'd have a big battle out here in the desert, you would have people that would just, spawn, run over death naked, and it kind of got rid of the water cost a little bit. Not really water cost, but it'd make it a little bit more frustrating when, if you're fighting near a respawn point, people could instantly respawn in 15 seconds and just come over and grief and troll you and, try to break your walker climbers or do something silly like that. So I really like that update. I think that was needed. I don't know if they need to increase that more. We'll find out, but it is definitely a step in the right direction. They increased all the quality resources to 100. So now you can actually, before I think it was capped at 80, you can actually get up to 100 to get your stations up before, because if you weren't one of those few people that, use the tool pod to get higher quality wood to get your stations up, you weren't able to, benefit and reap the rewards of that. So that kind of evens the playing field. They increased the walker climber health from 100 to 1,000. That is a much needed change. Another thing that happened, which I talk about in a minute, is you could literally almost one-shot or two-shot all the walker climbers, which was really frustrating, because most of the times in a fight, you'd come up and people would just jump on your ship, break your walker climbers, hop off, and they could do it in like half a second, and there's nothing you could really do about it. So I really think that is a good change, and another step in the right direction. So the next one, Nerfed Sinus Destroyer vitamin effects. Now, I haven't really got a chance to test this one to see exactly what this is referring to, but I know the Sinus Destroyer is like, it grants more damage and faster reloading of like weapons on a ship. So I don't know if they nerfed the reload speed of weapons on the boarding weapons on the ship, or if they just nerfed the damage that it provides. I will test that a little bit, probably do a little bit of a potion video later. That's something I'm kind of probably going to do here very shortly, and do the effects and everything of all the potions and the benefits and stuff like that. But I think that wasn't too much of an issue, but it was kind of overpowered, I think, in a sense. The next one is they nerfed the Weightless Module from 20 to 10. Boost is now capped at 90%. Now, I don't know if this means before, because a lot of people told me before that it was capped at 90%. So this kind of makes me believe that it wasn't actually capped before, because everyone was saying, oh, you can only cap it at 90%, blah, blah, blah. Well, I wonder if that was really entirely true. I did do a few tests before, but kind of didn't really see too much of a benefit after a certain amount. But I think this is also kind of was needed, because you could literally have like a 15,000 pound base inside of a walker, and you literally would weigh nothing. This one I haven't really got to test a little bit. Bullrush Module, they increased it from a static flat 2 to 3%, and they capped it at 30. So I'll have to try that out, see how it works. You know, I believe the Bullrush is the one that, what is it, decreases the respawn timer, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. Decrease the Forager Module max effective stack size from 100 to 10. So I think this is going to really be a game changer for people using, you know, foragers on spider walkers and toboggans. I think it probably sounds like a huge nerf. I will try this out because I have a few forager modules and lumberjack modules and stuff like that. Next one is lumberjack, same thing. They decreased both these to 10, so I think it nerfed those pretty hard. The nerf the water module gain per module by 50%. So my other video that I did on the watery module, that's pretty much not going to be accurate anymore. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the watery module, it like reduces the amount of water costs when you're traveling over distances, and I think it was like 2 or 3%. It reduced the overall cap. I will have to test this a little bit because this really messed up a lot of videos that I've already done. Hearth Module reduces the respawn cost by 2.5% per module, capped at 25%. Now the Hearth Module before it gave each module 0.5. Now they kind of buffed the Hearth Module. They give it 2.5%, and you can only cap it at 25%. Where before you could put 36 Hearth modules on it, get your cooldown, your water respawn cost down to 2%. And it was rounded down. So I kind of like the change. I guess it's still, you have to put it in stacks of 2 because I don't think it's going to round up. Next one I really think they needed to add, and I kind of really like it, is they added a veteran rank. Let me go ahead and show you. I think that was really needed because they didn't have a difference in like your ranks at all. And you can see they can pack, they can unpack, they can do other things. They can use containers, interactables, and they can pull out packed and stuff, walkers, park walkers and stuff. You know, there's sometimes I didn't want to give people officer because officer pretty much almost has the same perms as, you know, leader and founder, except they can't collect tax and a few other silly things. So I think that was a good update. I'm surprised they haven't done that earlier. Fixed vitamins displaying the incorrect effects. So I don't know. I haven't really seen this too much. You know, I'll have to tinker around and see if everything is displaying right now. Fix the gun pod and tool pods sometimes have broken rotations. I have experienced that firsthand. Hopefully that'll make the gun pods and stuff a little bit more usable. We'll have to find out in the time because this patch literally just dropped this morning. Fixed turrets sometimes having a broken pitch angle. Oh, that is amazing. I have this happen all the time, so I'm glad they got this to work. Fix some display issues of water to travel. Not really sure what that, I haven't experienced that. Another huge one, which I'm so happy they finally did. Fix unarmed combat being considered as damage to buildings. So before, you'd have all these damn griefers and people, they're mad, so you beat them in a team fight. All they would do is they run up and, you know, combat lock your ship, punch your stations, beat your stations up. You know, it was annoying as heck because that's all they do. They'd respawn for fucking 6 hours and just come over naked because they'd have no side effect. You know, they wouldn't have to farm anything. They could just respawn, run right to your base or your walker, and then just start griefing it and just start punching it. It was so annoying, and that would combat lock your ship. Super annoying. I'm glad they did that. And as I said, they also increased the walker health, climbers to 1,000 HP, which was really, really good. That's some definitely good steps in the right direction. Next one, fix the Schmetterling moving backwards faster. I can't believe they've done this about this forever. The Schmetterling was literally the fastest walker in the game because you could drive backwards and outbeat anything backwards. It was absolutely nuts. So hopefully this kind of makes the Falco be the fastest one, which I think they planned on having, you know, was the Falco be the fastest. But for some odd reason, you could drive faster than any other walker in the game with a Schmetterling backwards, which was kind of silly. I don't know why they didn't fix that sooner. Seems like something they could have fixed relatively easy and quick. Okay, next thing, fixed issues with steering levers placement inside of objects. I've had this happen multiple times. I faced BKO, Blackout, CSTG, and they love to either mesh their steering sticks inside of their walker or mesh them like inside of like a stomping station or something like that, so you can't hit them. Absolutely ridiculous. So then they could just keep driving. You couldn't do anything about it unless you like broke their wings or hit their wings so they're unlocked and you could retract them. So I'm really glad that they did this update on that. Hopefully it gets rid of people meshing their sticks and making it so you can't hit the walker at all. Obviously, you know, if you have a mollusk or something like that, you can put them inside. You know, I'm not really referring to that. The next thing, fixed medium wings construction having the wrong rotation. That just means that before, for some reason, when you place medium wings, they place like backwards. Instead of placing like the actual way they were going to go, they'd place like this way. And you'd be like, what the hell's going on? And then once you crafted it, it would fix the angle. So it was just like an image glitch or whatever you want to call it. And the last thing, fix visual glitches with some attack animations. Now, I think this is more so referring to people hiding their swing animation. Because before you could like, I can always never could do it before that much. But they would hide their power swings inside their blocks somehow. So you couldn't see that they're power swinging and hiding their swing animation. So you didn't know where they're swinging from. So hopefully this will screw over some of those people that were kind of exploiting that. So you didn't know where they're swinging from or where they're attacking from. I really like all these updates overall. There were some great steps in the right direction. Hopefully it'll bring some of the player base back and they'll be happy with the content and the updates that they did. I'm really looking forward to some new patches, new content coming in the future. I'm waiting for the sandworms to launch. They still haven't came out yet. So we got a lot of good things coming in the future, and I can't wait. I hope you guys have a good day. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I do stream a lot more actively on Twitch than I used to. I try to stream 3-4 days a week, you know, minimum anymore. So make sure you stop by my Twitch channel and throw me a follow on Twitch. And if you have it, throw me that Twitch Prime. I'd love you for it. Anyway, guys, have a good day. Thank you. Appreciate it. See you later.